Season number 3 of Hit Sticks is here as we welcome you into the Star in Frisco. Isaiah Stanback, former NFL quarterback. We have former NFL safety Barry Church. I'm Kyle Youmans. Let's turn these lights off, get to Madden NFL 24. We've got some games to preview. The regular season is finally here, and it's finally upon us, and it's really the first chance for us to get a great look at the Cowboys' new offensive system. Mike McCarthy takes over as the play caller, 4th year as head coach. First as play caller as Kellen Moore is now with the Los Angeles Chargers. But how can things look different for the Cowboys in 2023 as opposed to what they did last year when Kellen Moore was the offensive play caller? Well, Mike McCarthy is bringing some of the West Coast concepts along the way, like he did in Green Bay, last calling the plays in 2018. So here in Hit Sticks in 2023, we have a little inside track because Isaiah Stanback has run the West Coast offense as a quarterback in the past. So now I'm going to give things over to Isaiah. Mr. IRS, OC IRS, tell us how things are going to be different for the Cowboys in 2023, and can you have some success running the West Coast concepts?
Well, the answer, Kyle, is yes, and OC IRS is going to tell you how the Cowboys are going to be the best. Right here, what you're going to see is you're going to see a lot more condensed sets out of the Dallas Cowboys. In recent years, you had Kellen Moore. He liked to spread things out, a lot of 11 personnel. He liked to push the ball about 14 yards all the way down the field. That's not going to be the case with this offense. You're going to see guys a lot more condensed, okay? You're going to see a lot more run plays, okay? You're going to see a lot more manageable down and distance, okay? So he wants to take away what Dak ran into last year, which was what? He had a little bit of an issue turning the ball over, okay? So let's go ahead and take away his ability to throw the ball down the field as much, okay? Let's give him a nice running game. Let's give him some nice short, high precision passes, and then we'll take our shots off of play action. So right here, what you see is lined up in a bunch formation. This is like one of the foundational pillars of the West Coast offense because it forces defenses to have to, one, play zone, and you can sit in those zones because you're nice and condensed, or two, you cause issues whenever they want to play man-to-man because of the crossing routes.
This is true. And like Coach Wink Martindale, defensive coordinator for the Giants, man, we think similar. All right, we'd love to get after the quarterback and let our guys on the outside play man-to-man coverage. But when you look at this offense, you guys got a lot of weapons. I mean, you got the addition of Brandon Cooks. You still got CeeDee Lamb out there, the Pro Bowler. You got Michael Gallup, who's coming back from an injury, hopefully another year removed, so hopefully he can get back to what he was. But I'm not so sure we can handle that outside man-to-man single coverage. So what Coach Wink Martindale is going to do, he's going to try to confuse Dak Prescott. He's going to have guys pressed up on the outside, making it look like we're coming after him with everybody, leaving these corners on an island on the outside. But that necessarily is not going to be the occasion. Maybe he blitzes here, maybe he backs off. We're going to let Dak Prescott decide what we got to do right here. But I'll tell you this right now, we're ready. We're ready for that.
All right, let's see what you got then. I can't see coming out with a single high safety.
You see those corners.
Yeah, I see the corners.
In the face.
The problem is you're pressed up on CeeDee Lamb, one of the league's best. So I'm going to go ahead and give him a little hot route. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and isolate Mr. CeeDee over here. I'm going to give him something that I feel good about. And now on the opposing side, you have somebody by the name of who? Brandon Cooks, baby. And he's going to try to cook this defense right about now. Let's see what we got here.
Okay. All right. A lot of jam action going on.
Oh!
There goes that man.
And we're going to run that thing back, but that is one of the problems that you're going to have. You have Dexter Lawrence right there at number 97. He is a complete beast. Tyler Smith is going to have his hands full. So what can we do to help out Mr. Tyler Smith?
What can you do?
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit the joystick right here, okay? I'm going to go to pass protection, and I'm going to go ahead and slide it to the left.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah, I'm going to give him a little help right there, okay? And while I'm giving him some help, I'm still going to go out here and give CeeDee something that I feel good about, and then we're going to go ahead and get right back into it.
All right, well, since you made your adjustments, I'm going to make my adjustments on my end. I'm going to go ahead and hit this X button right here. And as you see on the bottom right-hand corner right there, you see the different defenses we can go ahead and run with Wink Martindale's system right there. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust. I'm going to still bring that safety down because you know me, I love being in the box. And we'll see what happens here. But we made an adjustment. Let's see if you can pick it up.
All right. Oh, still making a couple hot routes.
Make those hot routes. Do what you got to do. Uh-oh, we coming. Oh, are we?
Bam, right there in the hole. There it is. There it is. Beat Cooks. We talked about how Coach McCarthy wants to take the high precision passes. And I was able to make a couple alterations based upon what the defense presented. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and zoom out a little bit. When we zoom out, I'm going to bump all the way over to number 3, the new addition for the Dallas Cowboys, the 6-time 1,000-yard receiver.
He's consistent.
Yes, he is Mr. Consistent in Brandon Cooks. He provides a lot of speed, a lot of wisdom, but his precision and his ability to be able to convert on all downs is what's really going to pay off and pay dividends for this Dallas Cowboys defense. You see, we talked about the crossing routes. I started right off the bat, coming from the outside in the bunch set. Okay, right now you see the cornerback on the outside, shading outside shoulder. Okay, looking inside. It lets me know right now it's cover 3, so I know we're sitting in zone. Okay, so right now I'm going to send B. Cooks across right off the back on this slant route. Now I'm forcing the defense to have to pass off coverage. Yes. And who's passing off coverage? Linebackers. Okay, so you have one of the fastest guys on the field trying to get passed off his responsibility by linebackers. And what's it going to allow me to do? CeeDee Lamb draws a lot of attention. Yes. He crosses the face. Now I'm going to have Brandon Cooks come right in that gap. Bam. Found a hole in the cover 3 defense. That's going to allow for the Dallas Cowboys to convert high precision pass and create first downs.
There you see how the Cowboys can utilize some of their new weapons to open up this Mike McCarthy-led offense and some of the West Coast schemes, providing levels for Dak Prescott to throw the football to. He had a couple options there. He went with the right one to Brandon Cooks. But when we come back here on Hit Sticks, the Cowboys aren't the only ones with new weapons in town. The New York Giants have Darren Waller at the tight end position. How can the Cowboys limit the big target for Daniel Jones?
Cowboys Hit Sticks, presented by Madden NFL 24, is also brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, the official sporting goods retailer of the Dallas Cowboys, and by AT&T, official sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. This segment is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, official sporting goods retailer of the Dallas Cowboys.
One of the top 2 tight ends in this game. He can run, he can catch, he can move after the catch. So he poses a threat who's ever going against him. But like I said, I faced him before, so I got some familiarity with his game, and he probably does with me too. So like I said, it's going to be a showdown on Sunday night.
Welcome back into Hit Sticks at the Star in Frisco, and there's tons of expectations, lots of excitement around this Cowboys defense led by Dan Quinn in 2023. However, in the preseason, they did suffer a key injury. The rookie third-rounder out of Texas, DeMarvion Overshown, goes down in that second preseason game on the road against the Seattle Seahawks. Unfortunately, he was going to be a key member of Dan Quinn's unit because of his versatility on that side, especially when covering tight ends. And the New York Giants made a move this offseason to bring in Darren Waller, making things interesting again as Brian Daboll now has a new target for Daniel Jones to throw the football to. He's very athletic, Barry Church, but how do you try and slow him down without Overshown, who could kind of flex out? He could play in coverage. He could play in the box. Who fills his role, and how does Dallas combat a guy like Waller?
Well, first and foremost, we hope that Overshown has a speedy recovery. He's in the best hands possible with Britt Brown, Jim Maurer, those guys with the Dallas Cowboys training staff. Now, back to trying to slow down Darren Waller. This guy's a mismatch nightmare. When you talk about size, speed, athletic ability, hands, he has it all. He's one of the premier tight ends in the National Football League. But the Dallas Cowboys on their side of the football have a guy by the name of Jayron Kearse. Some people like to call him the tight end eraser. I don't know. That's what some people like to call him. But we're going to give our first crack at Waller to Jayron Kearse. Let's see what he can do. And he won't be by himself, because that would just be a fool's error to go out there and just say, hey, you one-on-one with this freak athletic guy and Darren Waller. But I'm not going to put all the chips in the table on Jayron Kearse. I'm not going to show you the study guy first. We'll see what we can happen right here. But the key is for Jayron Kearse, if you're man-to-man on Darren Waller, you gotta get your hands on him first. So we'll see what we can do out here in slowing down Mr. Waller.
Okay, well, I know that Mr. Jayron Kearse is a big 6'4" safety, but guess what? Waller is bigger. And so I'm going to go ahead and force him to be on an island by himself.
Put him in space.
Yeah,
we don't like that. We don't like that.
I'm going to get him out of his comfort zone, that what we call the box. And I'm going to give Waller a chance to work on him out there.
Since you put him in space a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and go ahead and tighten up his coverage just a little bit if I can.
You want to bring him down?
Quick. Let me go ahead and get to Curse. Make sure he ain't offside.
Oh, okay.
Pre-snap penalties.
Right.
Let's line him up right there, and I'm going to get to a guy by the name of Clark right here. Who knows what he's going to do? Maybe he helps. Maybe he doesn't. We'll see what happens.
Here we go. Let's get going.
Bam. Got to get your hands on him.
Ooh.
Got to get your hands. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. That's what we love to see right there. That's what we love to see. I'm going to give you
PBU?
another chance. I'm going to give you
You gonna
another
run it
chance.
back?
Run it right back. I'm going to give you another chance. We'll make some adjustments, though.
Okay.
All right, what we got here? Waller's in tight. All right, let me go ahead and hit that X button. And you see the different plays we got down there in the left-hand corner. I'm going to make a little adjustment right there. All right.
Bumped across?
Yeah, we bumped across.
Okay, what if I keep Waller in, though?
Oh, you going to keep him in? Oh, well, let's get funky then. We're going to disguise a little bit right there. You seen the corners breasted up.
Okay, so here we go. We got action like Jackson.
Okay. Oh, no. You see who's sitting back there.
Oh, I released a little bit too early. Mr. Hooker.
All right, so if you take us on the instant replay, because you got the magic touch when we talk about instant replay here, and I'm going to show you what I'm in here. You go to Darren Waller right there. He's in the core right there. And you picked out a very specific thing right there, how you knew we were in zone. How did you know that, Coach?
Because when you think about man-to-man, okay, over here on the slot, you have man-to-man because he's head up. But when you look over here on the outside, okay, with Slate, you got somebody outside of him, and you're not going to play man-to-man 2 to 3 yards outside of where I'm lined up. So right off the bat, I know that the chances are you're probably in a cover 3 zone with that single high safety.
That is completely right, and that's what we don't want to do as a Dallas Cowboys. You don't want to give Daniel Jones the study gap before the test, because this is the second way we can confuse him as far as shutting down Darren Waller. First, we gave Javon Curse to crack at it. Man-to-man coverage did a great job. Now we want to confuse him by making him think that we're in a man-to-man coverage. As you see right there, he knew what was happening before the snap. He knew he might have Darren Waller up the seams. Hooker did an amazing job of staying home, playing his responsibilities, which is in between the numbers. We know Hooker is a fantastic middle of the field safety. If he's able to keep a key or keep an eye on Darren Waller, because we know that's the threat. That's the main threat when you talk about receiving options. If he's able to keep his eye on Darren Waller and read the quarterback like we see right there, back pedal is amazing. High point the ball, you got to get those. But overall, a great rep for the defense.
And if only that was that easy to shut down Darren Waller every single time, but it's definitely not. And of course, he's not the only weapon on that Giants offense. When we come back, the big question, how do you slow down Saquon Barkley? If he's healthy and ready to go, can you contain big number 26 in the backfield?
This segment was brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, official sporting goods retailer of the Dallas Cowboys.
Don't miss out on a fan favorite event. The Market at the Star, presented by Fleet Style, is back, and it'll take place on Saturday, September 9th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. out here at the Star in Frisco in the Tostitos Championship Plaza. Come shop from over 50 local makers offering art, fashion, decor, and more at this free outdoor market. Visit thestardistrict.com for more information. Welcome back into Hit Sticks from the Star in Frisco. Kyle Youmans alongside Barry Church and Isaiah Stanback. We've already taken one look at Darren Waller in the Giants offense, but we'll keep things on that side of the football with Saquon Barkley. He's been, of course, a threat against the Cowboys in the NFC East for quite some time. He's back. He's healthy. He continues to put up big numbers. DCBC, answer the question for everybody at home and for maybe the Cowboys front office and their coaching staff. How do you stop Saquon Barkley?
I'm not going to lie to you, Cal. The Cowboys defense, they're in a dilemma right now, because when you talk about a mismatched nightmare, I understand Waller, he's a beast. But Barkley, I mean, that guy's the best of both worlds. Can run in between the tackles, make you miss in a phone booth, and as well, he's a great receiver out of the backfield. So what do you do, Iris? Do you go man-to-man and trust LVE or Damone Clark to guard this guy coming out of the backfield? I'm not so sure about that. And what the dilemma the Cowboys face is, they're not really deep at the linebacker position. Coach Quinn loves that 3-safety look, and we know with a 3-safety look, teams are going to try to run the ball downhill. Can that third safety, can Israel Mukuamu, who I have at the nickel back position right now, can he fit those run fits like a traditional linebacker? I'm not so sure, but we're going to find out. So first and foremost, when you talk about that linebacker position, they've got to be downhill. Yeah. If you see the run, you see ball, go get ball. That's how you're going to have to stop this guy. You got to stop his momentum early, because if he gets past the line of scrimmage rolling, you're in for a long day.
All right. Well, Let's go ahead and get to it. Got Saquon in the backfield. I'm identifying that you have man coverage, so I'm going to see if I can get a little bump over here.
Bump over there.
Yeah.
Stay on the outside, safety. All right.
Bam. Let's go.
Damone, you got to be downhill. Okay.
Ooh. That's good.
Okay, we like that.
That's good.
We like that. This is why you bring a guy like Gilmore in at the cornerback position, because he's not afraid to stick his nose here. You identified it as man-to-man coverage when you had Waller go in motion or safety follow with him, and that forced Gilmore, who we have right here on the right side, to step up and be that edge force. So that's what we're going to need. As I snap the ball right here, we see Damone Clark, a little hesitation, but he's downhill. But you'd love to see right here, as we have Gilmore at the cornerback position as I play the play, you love to see he kept that outside arm free. And that is huge when you talk about keeping leverage on the back. Keep that outside arm free. He was able to stick his nose in there, make a solid tackle. If we can keep this guy in between the tackles, if we can have leverage on this guy, this defense overall will stand the test against Saquon Barkley. Hopefully we can see that come Sunday.
Saquon Barkley, always tough to slow down. Stephon Gilmore did a phenomenal job there. One of the reasons why the Cowboys added him this offseason. But when we come back here on Hit Sticks, we continue to look at this matchup. Now, the Giants bring a unique challenge of the blitz. How do the Dallas Cowboys offensively stack up for the challenge? Back here on Hit Sticks from the Star in Frisco. And, of course, the Cowboys taking on the New York Giants this Sunday night in Week 1 of the NFL season. The Giants last year did something better, really, than any other team in the NFL, and that was efficiency on the blitz. When they brought the heat, they typically found a way home into the opponent's backfield quite a bit in 2022. So, Isaiah, I ask you the question here in 2023, how can the Cowboys combat this? And whenever the New York Giants bring some heat, how do they find a way around it whenever they're on offense this time around?
Well, you want to have some short options for Dak, okay? What we call hot reads, whether that comes in the form of a slant, a shallow route, a flank route, or a flare route by your running back. You need something that's going on both sides where that, depending on where, doesn't matter, whatever side the defense decides to come from, Dak Prescott has an option. The other thing that you have to be concerned about is the offensive line, okay? You want to make sure that Dak has a clear understanding as to what direction his slide protection is going to. He can identify a free defensive end. He's responsible for him if you slide your offensive line one direction. That's his responsibility. So a combination of understanding your protection, understanding where you're vulnerable, and understanding where the defense is vulnerable should put you in a situation to be successful.
Well, you know, Coach Wink Martindale, you know what he loves to do? Come after the quarterback. So we're going to see what you got, Dak Prescott.
All right, here we go. We're going to get up out of here. Bam. Let's see what we got. Oh, bow. Oh, you got to catch those, Fergie. You got to catch those. Okay, let's go ahead and run it back one more time. Quick, fast, in a hurry. Bow. We got options. There he is. Bow. You got to be quick. There it is. That's what you're looking for right there, okay? He dropped it on the first time, okay? Got the little happy feet over there. We're going to go quickly to the replay. You guys see, as Dak Prescott, okay, he's going to continue to try to fade away. Right, he knows the pressure's coming. Okay, he's going to try to buy himself a little bit of extra time by fading. And then you see right over the middle, okay, he has his tight end, Mr. Ferguson, presenting himself nice and available on what we call a shallow route. So right off the bat, he's the inside man. A lot of times he has an out-breaking route. Right off the bat here, I'm putting him closest man to the line of scrimmage. I'm going to send him in. Okay, by sending him in, he comes underneath the blitz. So once those guys vacate that space at the second level, okay, vacate, boom, the second level defenders come. Now all of a sudden he presents himself. You see his eyes getting back to QB1, makes himself available, able to get the quick pass, bow before he gets to the next zone, convert it, first down.
Really quickly, if we can go back to the beginning, what Tony Pollard does right here, this whole running back crew is going to have to do a great job of, because we had Ezekiel Elliott last year, and he was a great protector and pass pro. You see Tony Pollard right here in the running back position. He's going to get some of this season, and he's going to have to step up and make the play and give Dak Prescott time to throw the football.
Having a lot of fun breaking down on the Madden side of things, but when we come back, we put Madden to the test. Can they take down DC-BC? As we give our official predictions, we'll both try and take down the champion Madden, Isaiah, and myself, because DC-BC had it done last year. We'll tell you, guys versus the game is coming up next. All right, so we've now previewed the Cowboys and the Giants. Again, 7:20 kickoff Central Time on Sunday Night Football, NBC this week. It's good to have football back, but gentlemen, we have to pay our dues, especially Isaiah and myself. Barry Church won our guys versus the game last year. Congratulations. Let's see if you can repeat as champion, okay? So let's see what Madden had in store. It was the Cowboys last year that were disrespected by Madden at times. They went 12-5. The Madden did not go 12-5. They went like 8-11. I can't even remember the actual term. But this time they got it right. The Cowboys dismantled the New York Giants 34-7. Dak Prescott was throwing it all over the field. Brian Daboll had no answer for the Cowboys in this Madden simulation. It was all Cowboys from the jump, and they never looked back. Hopefully we can see more of this on Sunday. Barry, who do you think is going to get the win?
Man, I'm going to be honest. It's going to be a shocker this week. I'm going New York Giants over the Dallas Cowboys.
He's trying to
34.
He's giving us some breathing
31.
room.
I'm just letting y'all know.
34-31. Who you got?
That's it.
Gotta go
I'm
quick
going with
here.
the Cowboys, man. The Cowboys defense is just too powerful. This offense is too high powered.
Ooh,
Yeah, give me Cowboys, let's say 24-12. Weird score, weird game in the NFC East. That does it for us. We'll see you next week on Hit Sticks.
Cowboys Hit Sticks, presented by Madden NFL 24, was also brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, the official sporting goods retailer of the Dallas Cowboys, and by AT&T, official sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys.